Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Today, the Supreme Court justices are considering an issue that has plagued every modern president. The fact that one judge anywhere in the U.S. can block a policy for the entire country. These are called nationwide injunctions. And because Trump has issued a record number of executive orders, more than 200 over the past few months, he has also faced a record 39 nationwide injunctions. And this case today comes to the Supreme Court as a result of a challenge to his executive order ending birthright citizenship. That is the right that you are a U.S. citizen if you are born here, even if the parents that you were born to are not U.S. citizens. Now, during arguments today, it was pretty clear that the liberal justices are not inclined to limit this power. They seem persuaded by the idea that when it comes to something like birthright citizenship, you probably do need one rule for the entire country while it's being litigated, and that it would be too chaotic to have different rules for birth certificates in different parts of the country.
Does every single person that is affected by this EO have to bring their own suit? Are there alternatives? How long does it take? How do we get to the result that there is a single rule of citizenship that is the rule that we've historically applied rather than the rule that the EO would have us do?
But remember, this is not just a Trump issue. The last 5 justice departments have all opposed nationwide injunctions and said this is a problem. And that's why we saw today in these arguments that it is likely the Trump administration will have 5 conservative justices on its side to either limit or completely do away with these injunctions. But no matter what the justices do, this will have an enormous impact on President Trump's ability to implement his agenda. So we will be watching. This is likely the biggest case of the Supreme Court term for that decision next month.
Hey, what's going on, family? This time for No Picks Podcast.
What up, fam? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
Hey, guys, it's Chelsea.
We can't hear you.
I can hear.
Good, because I was talking over Chelsea. Hey, guys, it's Angie.
Okay.
Hey, Angie, welcome back, ladies.
Yeah, thanks for joining the show. All right, so let me start off with asking. I'll ask Chelsea first. What's your thoughts on birthright citizenship?
I feel like you should go first.
Me? Y'all want me to go first?
Never go first.
Oh, okay. I'm normally asking. Okay, cool. I'll go first. I got no problem with that.
I feel like you're entrapping us with this. So go ahead and go off on your rant and then let us.
All right. So this might surprise y'all. Definitely gonna surprise Joe. I think that birthright citizenship should continue to remain the law of the land. Like that's what we've always understood to be, you know, wow, an American staple, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? Even if you're, you know, I listen, I'm not going to delve into it. That's just I'll give a service level that we can, you know, dive deeper if y'all want to go to the 12 feet pool. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So now how about you, Chelsea? Now I ask you, what you think?
I'm speechless because you agree, but yes, I agree with birthright citizenship. I just think it should stay.
Okay.
I think it's
what about you, Angie?
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Joe?
You're going to be the only one that.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm like, we might as well just go ahead and get this guy out.
Yeah. No. Short answer, I agree. I agree. If we didn't have that, I would not be a citizenship. I am an anchor baby. I said my mom immigrated to the States when she was 4 with my grandmother. So I got my citizenship because I was born here. So if there was no birthright, I would not be a citizenship. If there was retroactive kind of policy to take it away from people who already have it, mine would be taken away. You know what I'm saying? So like
all of ours would be taken away,
I would be directly affected by this. So that's
we would all be gone.
My daughter, you know, like, well, no, I was already born here, so I have it. But yeah, and then how does that work? Like, so if they strip me of my birthright, does that mean my kids now don't have it either?
Yeah,
you know
that's exactly what it would mean, right?
Yeah, it's just a chain reaction. It'll just keep going.
It would be a bunch of Native Americans here. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody here knows I voted for Trump, right? So this is one of those things in his agenda that I'm like, bro, I'm 100% against. I mean, even if even if like 2 people come here, let's say they come here from Venezuela and they're both illegal, or what was the term, Joe, that you used last time? The
undocumented.
Undocumented. Yeah.
Oh no, say what you want to say, but don't be going about that.
They're both undocumented, and you know I don't even know who to offend on this one. The female, the one with the organs that let you have a baby, has the baby here.
Yeah.
That kid gets issued a social security number, right? So that kid automatically from the rip has is a citizen here. Now where I also agree, I also agree with, I don't know if y'all know who the border czar is, the dude Tom Holmgren, the guy that came in and he not playing no game by his name, you know what I mean? Like, he don't play it, he don't play at all. When he was like, listen, I'm all for not breaking up families, right? So if we go to a house and it's full of undocumented citizens, whatever the phrase is now, it's full of undocumented non-citizens, and the mom and dad are both undocumented, but the kid is a citizen. He was like, listen, y'all are given a choice. Y'all can either put the kid in the system and have that kid be in foster care until somebody, whatever the situation is, or if we shipping all y'all back to Venezuela, y'all could decide to keep y'all kid with y'all and send that American citizen with y'all. That I'm leaving it up to the parents, right? But I also agree with that. I'm like, listen, but that kid can come and go as he pleases. The parents can't. The kid can come when the kid hits 18 or whatever the age of whenever he or she is able to do whatever she wants to do. She can just come here with no issue on a plane. Like, listen, I'm a citizen. Here's my social security number. But your mom and dad got to stay over there in Venezuela. I also support that. So,
yeah.
I knew it was
So,
a caveat.
what do you think is so out of curiosity, right? There are some immigration policies that I can understand, even if I don't agree with them. At least there's reasoning behind it, right? And so, Ty, with this one, what do you think Trump's goal is in removing birthright? Like, what is the goal of that? Like, what purpose does that serve? That's what I've asked, because I need to question why the policy exists
right.
and why he's trying to push it in the first place. What do you think? What is his goal?
The only thing I could think of is that he's going like a step beyond like what his base wants, because the base is like, listen, we need to get all these illegal immigrants out of here. I never knew it was an issue within the Republican Party, or maybe I need to do more research. I never knew it was an issue within the Republican Party, or maybe it's just a Trump thing or a MAGA thing, to where it's like people born here aren't American citizens.
That's
like
wild.
that's a new thing to me. Like, I'm like, like if y'all on that type time, like, I kind of got to miss me with that, because that was always my understanding of it. You know what I mean? Regardless of your situation, you come here from China, both of y'all undocumented. Your kid get a social security number. Your kid can do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you may not have all those same rights and privileges. Now, we talked about this before. I'm against the parents having due process, but that kid should get all the due process you and I get as American citizens. So no, that's a good question. I guess you could.
Scared,
You could bring race into it. You know what I mean? Because Trump seems really gung ho about bringing those 50 those 50 white South Africans here, talking about some like they, they are being discriminated and blah blah blah. Like, see, that also I didn't look into. Like, I heard it like within the South African Constitution, it's like it allows for their property to be taken from them. Now, if that's true, I feel like that's a little different. That's a different circumstance. But you do got a different energy with these white South Africans than you do with the Hispanics or anybody else. And so, you could bring a racial argument into it. I never really looked at it like that, but once the South African thing, this is new. The South African, those 50 South Africans coming here is like pretty new. But him being like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, come here. You could look at it racially. You definitely could look at it as like, yo, bro, like, you cool with these white people coming here, but you ain't cool with these Hispanic people coming here or these other people coming here. Now, he's also, people don't talk about this. It's not really in the news like that, but he also kicking, like, when those 20 million immigrants came here, not all of them was from fucking Venezuela. Some of them was from China. Some of them was from like Cambodia. Some of them was from other places. Them motherfuckers also getting shipped back. I don't know if people know that or not, but like those, like, he's shipping everybody back, right? But you kind of got a different energy when it comes to these white South Africans. So, I got to look into it more before I throw the racial component in there. But,
there's nothing else to look at.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Angie. I'm sorry. What was you saying?
No, I was saying it's racial. That's literally it.
I asked the question. Now, I can't see it. I can't see any other reason but race, right? That's why I had to ask, like, Why is this happening? We know that in a few, I don't know how many decades, but we're getting close to the point where Latinos will be the biggest population of people here in this country, right? They're having babies, their communities are having babies. I mean, birth rates are down across the board globally and across, races and our nationalities, but like Latinos will be the majority population in America. I don't know, within a few decades, right? We're getting pretty close, like the census always saying. And I know that some people, that doesn't sit well with them. It doesn't sit well with them that there are more people speaking Spanish. People are like, you got to speak American. Stop speaking that stuff. Speak American. So I just feel like this comes from that place where, and remember, it's funny that you mentioned it, Ty. Whiteness, like white is like a club, right? There's people find comfort in having this big club. Like I'm just white, not I'm Polish, not I'm, Italian, not I'm whatever it is that I'm just white. It is like this big blanket statement. And I don't see Polish people being afraid of being deported. I don't see, people from Finland. Finland could be Finnish. I don't know what it is. Finnish. Finland. I don't know I don't know. I don't see these communities that can be perceived as white feeling threatened or feeling like there's going to be imminent deportation. It's definitely people who are melanated, and that for me is like I don't think that's by coincidence. So that's why I'm just like, why does he want to earn birthright, and who is it going to affect greatly?
I mean,
I can't see it outside of race.
But also, if you think about it, it benefits the Republican Party to bring more Hispanics here because he won a Hispanic vote. For the first, a Republican won a Hispanic vote for the first time in 20 years. If
they regret it, it'll never happen.
I mean, listen. What he campaigned on is what he's doing. Hey, yo, he campaigned. Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. Am I tripping? We talked about this on the pod a couple times. He campaigned on being like, listen, we shutting this border shit down. We deporting motherfuckers. Those Hispanics voted for him. They weren't duped. They were not duped. They weren't like, you know what I mean? This not a surprise. It's not a new agenda. We are. He talked about it all the time. This ain't new.
Yeah, he ran on it. He did.
He ran on it, and a lot of people. You and I talked about it too. A lot of Hispanics voted for him because they were like, listen. A lot of people who went through it the legal way was like, yo, it rubbed them the wrong way. Like a friend of mine in my unit, Asian dude from Cambodia, New Jersey State Trooper. He came here, you know what I mean, like the legal way. It took him like 7 years to come here. He voted for Trump for that reason. He was like, yo, it's not fair that, I had to come here and I had to wait all this time. And my country sucks too. If anybody know anything about Cambodia, they've been having a civil war for like 40 years, right? Like it's not sweet. It's not peaches and cream over there. But he was like, I had to suck it up and come over here, whatever. And I came over here the right way. And he was like, what do I tell my son? So his whole thing was like, I had to come over here the right way. It sucks. And I want to tell my son, you have to do things the right way. But then he sees these people coming over here and getting in hotel rooms. He was pissed off. He's not Hispanic. He's Asian. But he was like, listen, this is an issue. So he voted for Trump 100% for that reason. We used to talk about it at drill every drill weekend. So and a lot of Hispanics feel the same way. Like a lot of Hispanics from Cuba and all that other stuff that came here legally and did the right. That like it don't sit with them that a group of people in the Democratic Party is like, no matter, it's no big deal. It bothered them. But that's not what what the pod's about. It's about birthright citizenship. But
birthright,
I kind of went off on a tangent. But no. If you're born here, you got it. You need to be anchored here. And the anchor baby thing, I mean, I understand what they used to talk about. But no, like the parents could go, but the kid got to stay. You can't kick the kid out unless the parents want the kid to go with them. That's my opinion on that anyway.
Well, we agree. We don't want to end birthright. Yeah. We all with it. So
did I miss a part of that video too, where yes, the birthright citizenship, but they were also touching on the ability for judges to have that nationwide injunction. That part,
they were talking about like basically federal judges could like if a president makes a EO executive order, any federal judge could be like, oh no, I don't disagree with that, and then it stops their whole shit.
Right.
And they were like, but that shouldn't be the case because like you just one federal judge. I see that part. I can't really speak on. I don't have enough knowledge to be like, oh, okay, like whatever, because they all do it. Like each president, issues executive orders. Like,
right.
Joe Biden was like, yo, we're going to take out. But Joe Biden would try to take out, student loans. And then if some federal judge was like, nah, you can't do that shit. And then, all the women were crying. Like, oh my God, you can't get our free loans.
Here he go.
But anyway.
See how we was all having a peaceful 3D like conversation. And they were like,
yo, like, the fuck? Like, I can't pay this shit off. The fuck. Anyway, Eric, I'm gonna leave it alone. All right, let us know what y'all think, family. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, y'all.
Until next time.